Hey everyone, it's Ashley from Upside Goods Company and Yoga Zoe. I am bringing you another video of some really helpful tips and tricks regarding Instagram today. And this actually can go into other social media platforms, but I really focused on Instagram because that's the one that I'm most active on and consistent on and have the most experience with. So I am a candle maker, I am a yoga teacher, and I am a marketing, I guess you could call me professional, but I really just like to share and connect with other people who are entrepreneurs out there. And this video is just another reason as towards why I love doing that. And I actually get this a lot through clients that I've worked with, but also through candle making groups that I'm on, where I'm seeing a lot of brand new entrepreneurs come forward. And their main question is like, I don't even know what to post on Instagram. And I think we get this kind of analysis paralysis where we feel like maybe our content isn't good enough or needed enough, or, you know, the list goes on and on. So today I wanted to put together a quick video of things that will help you get out of your Instagram or social media content rut. So it's going to be a pretty quick run through of ideas and things that I think will help kind of kickstart a little bit of creative energy for you and help give you some ideas if you plan out your weeks and months ahead with social media content. And I really think that if you get into a rut, you save this video, come back to it, you'll find different avenues that you can start to go down where you create content that your followers will absolutely love and appreciate. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I have my list over here, so just so you guys know, I have to refer to it because there's a lot. All right, so one of the things that I first and foremost always tell my clients to start out with is your why. And this is a content piece that you can come back to all the time because it's ever evolving. So this is things like your mission, why your product or service is so necessary, why you wanted to create your business, what your values are, and like even things so much as goals. Something that I'm sharing right now for Upside Goods is goals of that I'm trying to get in all 50 states by the end of June. And so I'm really trying to engage with people on that. And it's pretty fun because a lot of the followers are like, oh my gosh, what states are you in now? A lot of the followers, it's maybe like 2 every time I post, but that's a lot for me because I'm a small business. So it's exciting. So yeah, goals, any reasons as towards why you wanted to start the business or why you felt passionate behind what you're bringing to people that you want them to like and follow. So your why is something that is, again, ever evolving and something that you can always come back to. And I like to think of it, the why, as like your tree roots. So that's why you started and you came up to the foundation, the launch date of your business. And everything that grows up the trunk and out the stems and the branches and everything like that is your why, as it just continues to grow in all these different directions. And that's all the content that you can then share with people that still are rooted deeply in your product and your reason for doing it in the first place. So hopefully that gives you a good starting off point. The next thing that I wanted to share is video is absolutely king on any platform that you're on right now. It's stimulating, it's engaging, and it's really what Instagram wants to see, especially through reels or stories. So just some behind the scenes things for that are really good. Any sneak peeks, any like mundane, like this is your Monday and this is your routine, almost kind of like vlogging style. It seems really strange at first, but once you kind of get into the third or fourth behind the scenes, being in front of the camera, wherever it may be, wherever you may lay behind or in front of the camera, it absolutely works, I promise. And video is absolutely king, and I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. But behind the scenes, sneak peeks are really good for that, product reveals, stuff like that. Some other things that you can be sharing in your feed are reviews. So if you get a really good customer review, maybe you want to tie it to a specific product shot that you have, and then make a really fun on Canva, review, spice it up a little bit, put your brand colors in there. That's always really nice and engaging content. Another thing that you can add, long pause, is user-generated content. So I would really suggest, if you have, I got a phone call in the middle of my YouTube. All right, here we go. The next thing I would suggest is user-generated content. This is really effective if you make a brand hashtag and you start to encourage in any sort of contact with the customer, sharing that hashtag, especially if you have a tangible product and something that can be photographed really well, your users will start to take photos of that content, and ideally they'll put the hashtag there, and then you can ask them, hey, do you mind if I share this on my page? So it's nice and engaging, and it's also something that's really cool because then once that user is tagged, most likely they'll share it in their stories, and then their followers will say, oh, I'm curious about such and such product or service, and so then they might start to follow you as well. So like accounts with like accounts always mesh very, very well. The other thing that I suggest goes into a realm of contests and giveaways. So maybe there are some other brands in your area that you want to partner up with and start to kind of cross-pollinate a little bit on like businesses. Maybe it's not exactly like your business. Like I probably wouldn't partner with another candle maker, but I might partner with a yoga studio or a retail shop or a boutique that would be kind of the similar style of what I've been offering with my candles. That would be a really good one to partner up with. And so that's good engaging content, and that's something that will really spike your numbers as far as followers, people sharing your stories, and really kind of like touch the algorithm a little bit to show that you're engaged and there's some activity happening over on your page. Some other things that you can focus on are, it kind of goes along with behind the scenes, but if you're a one-person show, which most small businesses are for a certain amount of time, you might not have employees. And in that case, maybe you share a little bit about your support system. So your loved ones or your family or friends that are supporting you behind the scenes, or maybe helping with odds and ends things like shipping. And my support system is my husband and my dog. So I usually try and incorporate them into anything that I'm doing, especially with yoga, since it's such a visual class that I might be teaching. I'll make sure my dog comes in because, well, he's just a yoga dog, so it makes sense. But if you do have employees, doing employee features and really sharing a little bit like a bio about them, like what do they like? What's podcasts are they listening to now? What's their favorite product in the line of products that you have? That's really good content. So again, people kind of feel like they're getting connected to your why, but then also a little bit of a behind the scenes, like sneak peek and insider edition, if you will. I think that's a show, but we'll go with it. The other things that I wanted to share are industry news. It's always really good to show and share anything about that. And then that kind of goes into things like quotes or memes or GIFs. All of those are available to you and usually get a lot of attention generated with them, but I would just make sure that it still kind of falls in line with your brand. So, you don't want to have some like way off the mark thing that doesn't really tie back into what your overall theme is on your Instagram. Maybe every once in a while you can throw that in there, but if you're going to be posting like one meme a week, I would make sure that it is tailored to the industry or topics and talking points that you're sharing. Some other things that I wanted to share is, I haven't personally done this, but I have seen other accounts where it's like Follow Fridays, and where they'll highlight 2 or 3 other, accounts that business really likes, or maybe they collaborate with, and just share a little bit about it. I think that those are really appropriate for things like stories, which Instagram loves it when you post stories. I've found anywhere from like 5 to 10 stories a day really is kind of a sweet spot, and definitely use hashtags in your stories. That's really important. I could go on and on about all of this, but I think 7 to 10 hashtags in your feed post and your story posts are really important. And just a little insider tip, you don't want to obviously flood your story because it's very, 15 seconds at the most. Take those hashtags, shrink them down all the way, hide them behind something else. And then that way you're still going to pop up on other followed hashtags. So things like if I follow one for my city, like hashtag Albuquerque, if I'm not following an account that uses that, it might pop up into my stories. And then maybe I'll get some new engaged followers at that point. So I know I ran through this really quick, but I really, really wanted to do that. Nice and concise and precise for you guys to come back to whenever you're feeling like you're in that little Instagram rut. Hopefully these content ideas will help you. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. I always try and get back to everyone within 24 hours. If you'd like to, you can join the Candle Collective if you're a candle maker looking for mentorship or consulting help. I have the Candle Collective linked below. If you're looking for yoga classes, I also have that linked below. And I, of course, do some consulting and stuff on the side for marketing of any type of industry and field. And I really just love working with entrepreneurs. So I hope you guys found this insightful and you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks.